Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Ruth Doughton. I'm a board-certified adult psychiatrist who uses lifestyle and metabolic interventions to get at the root causes of mental illness. So today we're going to be talking all about sleep. Why does it matter for mental health and what can we do to make it better? So think about it. Ideally, we spend about a third of our lives asleep. It's an essential and involuntary process that's just as crucial to us as breathing, eating, and drinking. But that being said, we know that about 3 in 10 adults in the US have trouble sleeping, and that sleep disruptions are a crucial component of many mental health disorders, including anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, PTSD, delirium, and many more. So although each individual is different, generally we recommend that you get about 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night on average. And of course, we can all survive a night or two of sleep deprivation, but chronic sleep deprivation is going to lead to some serious mental health and medical problems. So from a metabolic perspective, sleep is crucial for stress management and for regulation of stress hormones. Sleep deprivation is going to lead to increased cortisol levels, which is our stress hormone, which leads to reduced insulin sensitivity, high blood sugar levels, and mood dysregulation, among other symptoms. So think about how after a night that you're up late, maybe with a sick kid or something, you're gonna wake up, you're groggy, you're grumpy, and you're hungry. So that's cortisol. And after a night like that, of course, you're not going to be motivated to get up early, to exercise, to meditate, to make a healthy breakfast. So it just sort of begets further poor stress management, right? Now, sleep is also crucial for learning, memory consolidation, and cognitive function. And that's why it's better for you to go to bed early, get a night's sleep, as opposed to pulling an all-nighter before an exam. Now, poor sleep can also lead to mitochondrial dysfunction and accelerate cellular aging. And at the same time, we know that mitochondrial health, which is affected by things like your diet, exercise, hormones, exposure to toxins, it's going to be crucial for maintaining proper sleep patterns as well. So if these other areas of your lifestyle aren't in great shape, then chances are your sleep is going to be suffering too. So all that to say, I really cannot overemphasize the importance of getting good quality consolidated sleep overnight. So let's talk about 5 things you can do to improve your sleep without the use of psychiatric medications. So you might need to only try 1 or 2 of these and notice the benefit, or you might want to try them all. Okay, so number 1, go to bed and get up at the same time every day. And yes, this means even on the weekends. I recommend that you set a bedtime and that you set an alarm for the morning time as well. And the window between these times should be at least 8 hours, right? And people have this tendency to shift their sleep schedule over the weekend. We call that social jet lag, right? It's very socially normative, but it can ultimately lead to poor sleep quality, daytime fatigue, poor concentration, and then an increased risk of medical issues like obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. So as hard as it is, set that alarm for Monday through Sunday. Okay, number 2, turn off all screens for at least an hour before bed until you wake up in the morning. So this means phones, TVs, tablets, computers, all of it. So I recommend setting an alarm actually an hour before you want to go to sleep. And then at that time, plug in your phone to charge overnight, but across the room or in the other room so that it's not available to you. And that'll be a good signal to you that it's time to turn off all screens. And the reason that I recommend this is because the blue light that you're seeing from the screens, it's going to signal to your brain that it's daytime. And so that's going to negatively impair your ability to sleep. Now, yes, you can turn on your nighttime mode, or you could use like some red glasses to filter out the blue light, but it's really best to just avoid looking at those screens altogether if possible. And if you can, start even earlier than an hour before bed. Okay, number 3, no caffeine after 12 p.m. So caffeine can last in your system for over 12 hours, and it's going to negatively impact your ability to, again, fall and stay asleep. So if you're used to having like that afternoon cup of coffee or caffeinated tea, think about switching maybe to decaf. And for some who are sensitive to caffeine, you might even want to stop earlier, like the late morning. So I would also recommend trying to overall limit your intake of caffeine, maybe to like 1 to 2 cups of coffee, depending on your personal tolerance. But think about like no more than 200 milligrams of caffeine per day in general. And if you can cut it out altogether, then great. Number 4, no napping during the day. I know I'm probably getting less and less popular as I go down this list, but this one is crucial. So napping during the day is going to disrupt your body's ability to get consolidated sleep at night. So if you absolutely have to nap, then keep it to about 30 minutes or less, and keep it to the late morning or early afternoon. Okay, number 5, this is the last one, is keep bed strictly for sleep and sex, okay? It's really important that you have a positive association with your bed and sleep, so that when your head hits that pillow, you're gonna go right to sleep. Now, what this means is no watching TV in bed, or ideally even in the bedroom, no working in bed, and no just like excessively hanging out in bed, right? These things should be ideally done in another room. Now, if you have limited space and maybe you only have one room, then you could maybe create a separate area in your bedroom where you can do those things. But try to keep that bed sacred, right? Just for sleep and sex. Okay, so of course there are more things that you can do as far as improving your sleep, but this list gives you a solid starting place. So thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe for more metabolic and lifestyle psychiatry content.